What's up, you guys? Thank you so much for joining us again on the Love Is podcast. This is the podcast that explores the profound and extraordinary world of love. I am your host, Ayana the artist.
And I'm your host, Erin.
And we are so glad to have you on this beautiful journey. Today, we have someone super special. He is just like the most amazing friend. And I can brag about him all day, but I'm going to just tell you a few accolades that we have. He is an international, all caps on international, tour DJ, nightclub DJ, executive producer, songwriter, actor, Howard University graduate. He has worked with artists such as Jason Derulo, Eric Bellinger, The Game, French Montana. He has 2 major singles that are out, You Playin and Angel. And he has performed on Jimmy Kimmel all the way to the 2017 NFL halftime show. You guys, my amazing friend, Jae Murphy.
It's crazy. I was actually like blushing the way you just kind of did that. It was just like, okay.
You pretty lit. You pretty lit. I love
It's amazing to hear the accolades way after it happened, and it's kind of like internally, it's a reminder to keep working hard. So I appreciate the intro.
Yeah. Everybody has seen you. If you guys have watched the award shows, like the BET, like he is literally the man. He DJs the celebrity birthday parties. Like y'all have seen Jay once or twice on your screen, minimum. Like seriously, like
minimum,
he out here working.
Once or twice, minimum.
Like minimum.
Yeah, that's gonna be my new elevator pitch. You see me on your screen once or twice, minimum. Yes. Hire me. Thank you.
Period.
I'll be waiting for the call back.
Yes. How you feeling today?
I'm good. Enjoying the warm weather we finally have during summer.
I know.
I'm so, engulfed into my calendar, and I'm just like, wow, the summer's over. And I feel like it feels like it went by so fast because it took so long to get warm.
It's so true. LA
it took
was
so
slow.
long to get warm.
I felt like I didn't even know it was summer, and then I was on this flight, and I was like, oh, it's summertime.
Yeah,
I get it now.
we was wearing hoodies in June.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
High key, low key. We was wearing.
funny.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
To say the least. But I'm enjoying where we landed. It's the top of August, so I'm trying to savor each day as long as possible.
That's lit. I'm so excited and I'm so proud of you. I keep saying that, but like I really am. Like
I'm blushing in here, bro. What?
Okay, so I have this really fun game. Are you down for like a little icebreaker?
All right, cool. Okay.
Okay, so it's a this or that.
This or that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to go a little rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Mhm.
All right, so it's this or that.
Yes.
Honest
okay.
opinion right away.
Yes.
Honest opinion? But I'm only answering this or that?
Yes. So you pick one of the other ones.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Cause she added to hear the answers. I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay. Vacation or staycation?
Vacation.
Okay. This is interesting.
Okay, here we go. She want to get right to the jugular.
Give your girlfriend a passcode to your phone, or give her the password to your bank account.
Phone.
Really?
Yeah. I'll say phone, and I'm gonna stand on it because for where I am in my life, I don't like if I'm seriously dating you, I have nothing to hide except the surprises I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to know my schedule. You're going to know when I'm getting on a plane, getting off a plane. You're going to know when I'm going to sleep.
Oh my God.
If I'm on the road and I'm not sleeping with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to know.
That's so
you know what I'm
amazing.
Saying? And it's not like I want to hide financial, peaks or lows. But, even as a man, it's just that, you want to always be a step ahead in the sense of provision. But provision doesn't only mean just providing and gifting. It's just like, I don't want you looking at my bank account if I'm about to buy you a car. Like,
okay, because I'm like,
I don't want you looking at my bank account asking me for money. I don't want you looking at my bank account asking me for money, knowing that I'm going to give it to you. But if you see a large wire, you know what I'm saying? Or if you see something that you don't know what it is, You know what I'm saying? I could be moving money around from a nonprofit just
You
to
right.
with the loophole
You
and
right.
the and the taxes
Right.
and the AA.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want you to panic, worry, like, you know.
Or just be invested for no reason.
Yeah, I don't want you to be like, so why did you book this Dreams Villa Resort? And blah, blah. It's like, damn.
Like, I can't even surprise you.
I can't even what?
Okay, that's a good point. That's
You
a
know
good
what I'm saying?
point. Yeah.
It's
I
just
feel that.
but even just my last note, even when you are seriously dating and there are financial goals, like I think, you know, couples should definitely be open to, you know, where they are with their credit score, where they are with their taxes, if they got back taxes, and just like, okay, what's the long-term goal? Like, how can I help you save? Okay, we're gonna go out then and we're gonna cook. You know what I'm saying? I
We
feel
gonna
like,
circle back to this
no,
conversation.
yeah. I think that's important.
Yeah.
I just think that is important.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
people don't be trying to do that.
Okay, so this is interesting. Expensive gift or homemade gift for you?
Homemade gifts.
Really?
Yeah, homemade
Like,
gifts.
You like to receive and give homemade gifts? Or
Homemade gifts,
expensive?
or just like I like to receive and gifts that are actual, like, thoughtful. Like, I got a gift from somebody a long time ago, and it was like a handmade, like, gold plaque.
Oh, that's really sweet.
And it was like I also had a gift. One of my good friends from London gave me a frame of you playing in wave form. It was like all the waves
That's so
of the
cute.
entire song. Like, gifts like that make me lose it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
We can do the you can give me some Rick Owens. It's like, okay, cool. You can, you know, or you can make me something, but it's just
Yeah.
like the things that actually matter.
Like hit home.
Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm one of those kind of.
Same.
Oh my god.
I like making
Like-
things, whether it's sewing, painting,
Yeah,
drawing.
I'm
like that.
just me. I'm gonna appreciate it so much more. So the fact that I've received homemade gifts, that's why I just went straight for it.
You know what? I'm learning so much about you. Okay. Cherished or respected?
Respect it.
Yeah.
Respect it. I think
You are
there's
so masculine. You know that's like the determining factor between feminine and masculine energy.
I can see that.
Do you want to be cherished or do you want to be respected?
I think there has to be a constant level to just empower a man with respect. A lot of times, you know, there's always a lack of respect on both sides.
Yeah.
But personally, for me, I just think that respect goes a long way, and just, you know, if there's open communication or open dialogue about, you know, what's a boundary,
Yeah.
and that boundary is respected, no matter how mad you are, you know what I'm saying? Like, you won't call me out my name, or you won't make me feel less than who I am as a friend,
Yeah.
as a partner,
Yeah.
as a business partner, as just, you know, even knowing how to maintain and put out fires with internal affairs, and you're not making a public spectacle of
yes.
conflict, and just maintaining respect until it's time to actually address something that needs to be addressed. I think, you know, just respect is that's big to me, because like the moment
Major.
I know that your emotional intelligence lacks respect, I'm gonna have to just deal with you the way I want to deal with you, how I want to
Accordingly.
deal with you,
Yeah.
on my time, on my terms.
Yeah.
And that's not fair, but it's just like I can't
It is what it is.
I can't interrupt my own peace for just to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't interrupt my own peace just to know that what the end result could be.
Yeah, for sure.
So deep. Oh my God.
And I feel like with respect, anything else is possible. Like, you can still cherish. And you
Agreed.
Can still,
No, agreed.
With the respect, you can achieve anything else through that.
Agree. Totally agree.
I'm with both of you guys on the respect tip. I don't know. I just feel like, first of all, her and I both clearly possess like masculine energy. But it's not like overpowering our
Masculine energy?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't overpower our ability to be sensual and be feminine,
Yeah.
no. But I definitely like we operate as far as business women in our masculine.
I
for sure.
honestly believe y'all kind of get pushed into that
Yeah, it's
masculinity
necessary.
a little bit. I'm not gonna go as far as to say that is a requirement for a successful businesswoman, but I think the odds are not in y'all favor.
Yeah.
And then y'all gotta put some nigga behind y'all voice in the email.
Yeah.
Like,
To
y'all gotta
get the
just-
I think it's a requirement to
done.
not be played with.
Yeah,
Like if you don't feel like
think-
wasting time
I
or
mean,
like
yeah,
going through the
like-
motions, then you gotta put that masculine energy down.
and I mean, in addition to that, it's like y'all are very attractive. I know that's hard to
Oh, thank you so
deal
much.
with.
You're such a
Let's
in
not
the
rush past that.
business.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're
But
such
in the business space, it's just like you can't even take certain, you know what I'm saying, counterparts seriously because they on a different type of
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And you on your timeline
Yeah.
of your own deliverable. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Honestly, it pushes me to work mainly with women. Like it's
I feel that.
sad, but
I feel
like
that.
it's like I can't even get but so far with a lot of men because it can't be taken seriously. And it's
feel
just
that.
like, well, up to you because I'm gonna be working regardless. Like no matter what I'm working on, but
Yeah.
it's like now I'm gonna gravitate towards women, and I don't like to do that.
your
I like
Baltimore
to work
accent
with
just
men.
came out. Your Baltimore accent
You
just
heard
came
it.
out.
It's so
Yeah.
cute.
Hey, I was like,
She
yeah,
been
you,
home a lot too.
you
so.
from that, yeah, shorty, yeah.
I said it. I told
You
you.
from that, yeah, you down the hill, shorty.
It's so adorable. I love it. When
heard that.
She catches me off guard on the phone. I'll be like, oh my God, I love it. Okay, so let's just get into it. You know, we
So did I win this or that?
it was not even a winning thing.
I know.
We really just want to know more about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we trying to learn this stuff.
I mean, I got
learned
something
a
to
thing or
talk about. Okay.
Okay, so the name of this episode is Purpose and Intention. And I just feel like I wanted to do this with you because you're definitely walking in your purpose. I can see that thoroughly just from like, I pretty much known you the entire time I lived in LA.
Yo, you know it's so crazy. That is like anytime I see you on my timeline or if we do like our seasonal
Yeah.
texts, our holiday, birthday, random check-in
Yeah.
text with a whole bunch of Y's, O's, N's.
He called
Heart
he calls me
emoji,
Yanni
like-
girl.
Oh, I love that.
You said
That
what?
is so cute.
You
I
said
like
what?
like you have your own nickname for me.
Since I met you.
I might have to use it.
Same nickname. Same
He
nickname
like
since I met you.
Yanni.
Yeah,
Like,
every time. It's either like with my
So
voice or
cute.
it's in text. She gonna know. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely have always appreciated our friendship and
yeah.
the timeline that God has allocated for us on this journey has been dope to see both of us simultaneously move at a high speed and at a high level.
Yes,
So
yes.
like the way you said it, just like wow, we've lived.
It's been over 10 years for
Yeah, no,
sure.
100%. Yeah, we've lived. We've
Yeah.
lived. We've lived. We may not see each other every day, month, quarter, but we've definitely stayed connected.
Yeah,
For sure.
and I really feel like just seeing you walking your purpose. I know you moved here hungry. You know what I mean? You moved here very like in, I believe, God's divine timing, made the right connections, always walked in, you know, every circle that you're involved in. They're very thriving individuals. Like you are not in like, you know, low circles. You're in very high end circles and around other black men who are also thriving too.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely think you can shed a lot of light on how it is that you choose to walk in your purpose daily, you know, how you keep yourself disciplined, what intentions you set for yourself then and what intentions you set for yourself now, and just like how you keep yourself, you know, on your walk.
Yeah. This is it's right up my alley. I definitely have the context of everything you just said. I find myself being it feels crazy to say this, but I find myself, you know, getting into the OG shoes around like maybe younger frat brothers and just a lot of people that may be younger than me or haven't been in LA as long.
Tell us your frat. What's your frat?
The greatest fraternity in the world. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity
Period.
Incorporated. The greatest.
You give big Kappa energy.
The greatest. The greatest achievement in every field of human endeavor.
Y'all gonna be playing about these pledges. Ooh,
Achievement in every field of human endeavor. Whatever it is that you do, you are the best at it.
I heard that.
If
They
you're
like
a
that.
janitor, you own the franchise janitorial
I heard
company.
that.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a florist, you have an international floral franchise.
Wow.
From here to
Wow.
Madrid, serving flowers. Whatever it
That's
is you
deep.
do, you have.
Yeah.
That's deep.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
Kappa right there.
I think also too, I think that is, included in having a community of brotherhood, people who you can look to for mentorship or look to for community, and just like, we've gone through whatever the initiation process is, or we have learned a lot of the same kind of like foundation. I think moral foundation for me is just so big and so major, and I think that that's carrying through,
I
obviously
agree.
your walk with God and your choices career wise.
Speaking of the greatest fraternity in the world, I'll give you a short anecdote of the very beginning and the inception of my Los Angeles journey. And then I'll get into just how I landed here and just my walk and everything.
Okay.
So I graduated from Howard in May 2012. At the time, I was actually offered a position at Radio 1 in Silver Spring, Maryland. And I took the job. I was actually learning how to be a board operator for the Russ Parr Morning Show. That was my very first job out of college. I remember when I was getting I was in a barbershop getting that edge up. My dreads was already locked up and twisted up for graduation, and I got offered the job literally while I'm in the chair, and I was like, wow, this is what it's like to get a job offer. And they thought I had graduated already, and they said, oh nah, enjoy, party hard, just hit us when you on your feet, you know what I'm saying, from celebrating. So at that time, just real quick, when I was at Howard, I wasn't DJing yet.
Okay.
But I was hosting.
Oh,
I have my degree in broadcast journalism.
I see.
So the personality behind the music that it came from a place of actually studying the curriculum of being a journalist.
I feel like that's one of the reasons why so many people love you is your personality. It's like, yes, of course you're
I'm
an amazing
blushing
DJ,
again.
but like you have
Are you
that
trying to
great-
bag me, bro? Like what?
Let them know I
Because
am.
you already got my number, honey.
He said, "Are you trying to bag me?" I'm crying. No, I just really feel like that was like how I know I gravitated towards you and how we became friends. You were so fun. Like you just was up there having a good time. Y'all don't know he could dance. He can cut a little rug. Them ankles be moving, honey. Like he be moving. So I was just like, oh, he having fun. Like most people in LA at the clubs, they be a little boring. They just be
stale
standing around.
energy.
Want to just look at everybody in the crowd,
Yeah.
but you always in your vibes. You don't care where you at. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's gonna be my new friend because you were the life of the party, so it makes sense broadcasting.
Yeah, no, I got started early, and let's start with the seed of intention. I was very intentional when I declared my major, broadcast journalism, in my sophomore year at Howard. When I say I planted a seed of intention, I wanted to be comfortable with the microphone. I wanted to be comfortable being on stage. I wanted to be comfortable being on camera. And when I looked at the curriculum and the end goal of broadcast journalism, I looked at Lala. She went to Howard for a little bit. Then I look at Terrence J. I look
Yeah.
at all of these media personalities. Envy, Charlemagne. You know what I'm saying? I looked at all of these media personalities, and it was just like, okay, cool. There's a space for this, and this is something that I'm gravitating towards because this is something I think that I could see myself doing. So while I'm in school learning how to do it, I'm gonna actually apply what I'm learning and not just wait till an internship or wait
love that.
till the opportunity comes. And I literally started hosting all social student body events on campus.
Oh wow,
Nice.
I was hosting talent and comedy showcases, and then that turned into Org Day with ESPNU, and I'm hosting pep rallies, and then I'm hosting step shows, and then I'm hosting Howard Homecoming Yard Fest, you know what I'm saying, and then I'm hosting pageants, and then I'm hosting, and then and it just it got to a point. Then I pledged the greatest fraternity in the world. And then now I'm traveling to host step shows at other schools as a student, but I'm entertaining that student body. And then I'm hosting ATL Greek Picnic and this Greek Picnic. And then I'm still traveling, stepping with my chapter. You know what I'm saying? So I put myself in the field the best way I could. And also, I was the club scene when I was like undergrad. I was hosting like clubs Thursday through Sunday, and that's
See,
how
that's
I was paying my
crazy.
rent. That's
You
how I
were
was paying my
manifesting.
rent.
You were hustling too.
Manifesting what you're literally doing right now. Like you've been doing this. Woo wee. That has to be, what is that, over 15 years?
Yes, I walked that stage on May 11th, 2012.
Yo. So if you started, I guess would that be 2008?
We talking almost 12 years.
That's insane.
Next year it'd be 12 years.
Yay.
You know what's wild?
Wow.
You know what's wild? When I got my degree in broadcast journalism, of course, I wanted to do the 106 in Park mode and so when I got out here, the reason what got me to LA, because at the time I was actually gonna move to New York was booming back then.
Yeah,
New
it
York
was
and
lit.
Atlanta. New York and Atlanta
It was
were the
lit.
markets going crazy
Yeah.
in the early 2010s.
Right.
And I was gonna either move to Atlanta or New York.
Yeah.
One of my best friends was actually working with Diddy he was like Diddy's like intern videographer
Okay.
/ creative director. And that was when they were starting Revolt TV. That's the reason I came to LA. I was in the middle of
I remember
auditioning
that.
for Revolt.
That's crazy.
And so I didn't get on the network to be a media personality, but I was like in the final round of selections. However, when I got out here, I had to switch gears, and that's probably around the time in that season I'm just DJing and hosting everything.
Yeah.
I'm taking the same hustle that I had on the East Coast, and I'm just applying it, in this market. And so not only did I not necessarily get on the network as a personality, but I was actually on the network hella times DJing.
Wow.
And I was a panelist one time.
Okay.
And it's crazy because I was just telling producers from BT after this past BT Awards pre-show, it was my second time being back, and they were just so like intrigued, like, how is this so natural for you? And I was like, y'all don't realize that this is what I never told y'all. I realized I never told y'all this. Y'all just know me as Jae Murphy, but this is what I studied in school.
Like
This is what
years.
I like down to me DJing and opening up the BT Awards.
Crazy.
I'm reading a teleprompter.
That's crazy.
Y'all just don't see it. I'm reading the teleprompter and I'm controlling everything, and it's just like the intention behind everything I applied during undergrad. If it's not immediate instant gratification, it doesn't mean it's not gonna happen.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That is a word. Repeat that a little slower. That was really, really good.
Just because you planted a seed and you don't receive immediate gratification, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
That's a word.
It doesn't mean it's not going to happen, because when it happens, you have no choice but to be ready. And you have no choice but to be ready.
And keep that same energy.
1000%.
Oh my God. We were literally on the phone before we came to do this interview with you. And that was the basis of the conversation. It's just gratitude. Like, we are grateful not only to be here and to have this amazing exchange with you, but to wake up this morning, to have the opportunity to have and chase life today. You know what I
Yes.
mean? To be able to learn something else new, to drive here, have a roof over our head.
1000%.
Just like the simple things.
1000%. Like I actually just moved into a new townhome. Okay.
Stop playing with him.
2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. Okay, baby, we can have.
You fancy.
But I remember the day. I remember the airbed days.
We all
I
there.
remember the struggle. I remember the hard too many roommate days.
Oh, yeah.
And the beauty in that is just that experience that we share, especially, taking a leap of faith. You are a part of a small percentile of people that are that bold to chase what it is that they want.
Ooh, wee.
You don't realize it, but there's an entire population, there's an entire generation of people watching your every move.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have the mental capacity or the confidence or the vision or the internal, I'm not going to say external, but the internal access to tap into themselves, to want to apply, to go here, or to want to make, I don't got that much money, but I'm going to just still go and see what happens. Like, certain people just not built like that. And it's no shade.
No,
it's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's very motivational.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I look at it like this, like even what we do individually, it's like some people like I could literally never be some things. I could never be a tall white man model. I just can't be that. And then it's some things that we literally just lack the knowledge of. Like, I don't know how to perform foot surgery. You know what I mean? And then it's like some things like people just don't have the willpower. So I am empowered by just waking up and being able to do what I do as an individual, because it's just like everything we do is so special to us. And it's very empowering, very encouraging. And it's just so personal.
And to
It
add
feels
to
good.
that, I also know, you little beautiful spirit, you. There is never gonna be another beautiful energy just like yours, and yours too.
And yours too.
And yours too.
And yours too.
We literally get to live this experience as ourselves, and it will be the only experience as us in this world.
That's it. It's the only one.
Yeah.
It's the only one. The anecdote that I wanted to share with you guys, talking about purpose. When I first got here, within my first week, I ended up going to Supper Club.
Oh my God.
God, I
Y'all
used to
don't
work
remember?
there.
Supper Club
I used to host there.
Tuesdays.
It was
Listen,
It was.
the old LA,
It was lit.
I was
the
outside.
old LA, the times we had
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a grandma now.
in this
Yeah.
city. I can't even fathom the right words to explain
Just
beautiful
know.
chaos.
It was girls coming
We
from
weren't
the
even
ceiling.
saying the word lit
It
for real
was chicken
yet.
wings coming from the backstage.
Bro.
It was bottles on top of bottles, and it was
Bro.
endless sections. Just know.
And everything was white.
Yes.
Everything.
The whole club
the
was
floor,
white.
the couches, the DJ booth, the bars.
That
it
was
was
a good time.
all white.
It was great.
Ace of Spades coming out the
It
ceiling.
was lit.
Rihanna in the cut, just smoking. Chris Brown across the
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj over there, Sean Kingston right here. What
real.
Soulja Boy? Like, what is going on?
Jonas Brothers.
What?
I'm like, oh, really?
What is
Okay.
going on?
You know what?
bro?
Instagram wasn't as like
It wasn't.
lit at that
They're
time either.
like 2-3 years old.
I
It wasn't
know.
bust open like that.
No,
So
because
people was
your
outside.
privacy wasn't being invaded,
Yeah.
so we could
Nah.
still like enjoy a little bit.
So, when I first get to LA, I go to Supper Club. Shout out my boy, DJ Tay James. He works with Justin Bieber. He's a Hampton alum. He's in a different fraternity. He's not in the greatest fraternity in the world. But definitely one of my big bros. He's like, oh, you in LA? All right, cool. I'm at Supper Club tonight. Blah, 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 blah. Come through. First of all, I pull up. I'm just looking at everything all white.
Right.
I'm tripping. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, what is whoa, what?
No vibe.
I'm just walking around candy store, Google Gaga. You know what I mean? Make a long story short, I definitely got lit. I got hit that night, man. Come to find out, randomly at the time that just so happened to be the time that I was in Supper Club, I found out there was a partner over the party that was Anoop. He was my frat brother.
Okay.
I get pointed to where he is.
Okay.
It's at the end of the night. The lights is on. I'm lit.
Yeah.
At that time, right before I moved, I ended up doing this tour with BT Music Matters, and that was Kendrick Lamar was on that tour. That was before his first album came out. So I was hosting, and halfway through that tour, that's when I started to DJ because
Okay.
they didn't have house DJs.
Oh.
So when I pulled up on Johnny Cruz, I was like, "Yo, what's good, bro? I just moved out here from DC. I just got off tour with Kendrick Lamar. I heard you the bros. I players at Howard. I'm Spring 10, blase, 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 blah. I'm lit though, keep in mind." He like, "You players at First thing he said, "You players at Howard?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "What's the name of the line from Spring 92?
Oh my goodness.
So from my chapter, 2 of the founders from the greatest fraternity in the world attended Howard University for the first part of their undergrad, and then they transferred to Indiana University because they declared their major. And the major at the time, it wasn't provided at Howard for their
Okay.
curriculum. So, but the dream was conceived at Howard University. The dream of Kappa Alpha Psi started.
Hilarious.
He gonna let you know.
Right.
Yeah. So I just need y'all to know that. So my chapter is such a very special chapter. It's the oldest chapter in the Eastern Province of the whole frat. So if you're gonna ask me a question, be prepared to come with any smoke I got for you. And it's just like you can't even ask me a question. I should be asking you questions for the chapter I'm from.
Okay.
But I was humble.
Okay.
And there was intention behind me being humble.
Okay.
Because I was young. I ain't been in LA for 30
Right,
days yet.
right.
And I'm just like, this is somebody I might need.
Play the game.
And I looked at him. I was like, I gave him a soul death stare too. I was like, 20 convicted felons. He's like, all right. And then nigga gave me his number. He took me out to lunch 2 days later.
I cannot. That is
The
the
games.
He was like, I told you.
What?
He
Y'all,
took me out to lunch.
I don't even want to
and-
know what that means.
Yeah. He took me out to lunch to this Mexican restaurant.
Of course.
Meaning, he told me that there were my older frat brothers from my chapter from Spring 92. 5 of them was from LA.
Oh,
So
wow.
when they came home, he met them because he was Spring 92 from UCLA. So they met their sands,
That's
what
crazy.
they call it, because you play at the same time and cross in the same year. That's your
Yeah.
sands. Y'all
Okay.
cross the sands at the same time.
Okay.
So he proceeds to tell me that my chapter flew him and 4 of his line brothers out to Howard Homecoming 1993. And he was like, your chapter took care of me, had me in front of women. I didn't have to pay for liquor, food, travel, nothing. He was like, you're golden. Next week you're opening up at Supper Club. That's literally how my journey started. Literally.
After only 30 days
No,
of being
that was my second week in LA.
He said it hadn't even
I haven't been in LA for
yeah.
30 days. I couldn't. Yeah.
That's
Jay,
crazy.
what?
I can
You're
call Johnny. I can call
blessed.
Johnny Cruz right now.
You're blessed. Are you kidding? First of all,
That's
you guys,
how my entire journey started.
he's talking
Wow.
about one of the, at this time in LA, one of the littest clubs in LA. You know what I mean? It's big on a level of like Live on Sunday in Miami type. And for him to be headlining and DJing at like what?
yeah.
After 2 weeks of living
I
here,
opened-
that's
yeah.
major.
Everybody
I
used to come
yeah,
through
I opened
there.
that joint up.
God. That's God.
Everybody.
I opened it. It was just the intention and just knowing that anything that I went through to get to LA prior to that, and then that happening within my first 2 weeks,
It's crazy.
I can't explain that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like people that are from here ain't had the opportunity to open up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Supper Club. Like I skipped the line.
That's God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
God.
So when there is favor,
Yeah.
when there is favor over your life, remain grateful.
Amen.
Because, the doors that you think would never open are actually like waiting for you to just walk in front of it. You
That's
know?
so beautiful. Oh my God. Okay, so in this phase, You know, you have a lot of amazing stuff going on. Beautiful townhome.
Here she go.
You
Here
about
she
to
go.
go to New York.
Here she go.
You out here living life. So, you out here living life. What you got? What's something major that we have to look forward to? Like, what's like new? Like, are we still in the studio? Are we still writing? Like, what's going on?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
One of the we're taking meetings right now.
Okay.
To roll out music. And I'm gonna just say that.
Okay.
We're taking meetings. That's why I gotta go to New York.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, we taking meetings. I'm trying to find the perfect way to say what I want to say without.
No, don't give too much.
No, I'm not gonna get too much.
Okay.
But yes, we are finally rolling out a lot of music.
Oh my God.
Back to back
Oh my
action,
God.
big motion. You know, we are going to, if we're gonna play the game, we're gonna play the game, and we're playing to win. So, the interesting thing about being in the position that I'm in, it's very, very. I keep it real with people. It's very, very hard to distribute energy to perform versus distributing energy to create. Allocating time for self and allocating time to oversee everything you've actually created. The reality around you is everything you actually manifested.
Ooh, wait. Oh,
And then when you
wait.
get to a place, you're just like, you're overwhelmed by what you asked for, what you actually created, what you signed up for.
Ooh-wee.
And so you have to strategically give yourself grace, and you have to strategically find the highest priorities Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Rinse and repeat.
You know what was so amazing about what you just said? It kind of hit me a little hard because it's like, ooh, manifesting everything that is literally around you is crazy.
You gave birth to it.
Because it's like that goes for the bad too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like if you are in a toxic relationship or if you are living in a really bad situation, it's like
You're part of the cause of that.
like your
And that should be empowering.
your choices. Your choices.
Yeah. And
I think it's a good thing.
Nah,
I wouldn't want
it's-
anyone else in control. I think it's just when people don't realize that they are in control, it's like you feel so confused and conflicted.
But so here is what the fun word that nobody likes to do is take accountability. You know?
have to.
So it's
you
like
you gotta
accountability.
be honest with yourself. You gotta really be honest with yourself.
I love it.
Ooh, baby, looking in that mirror sometimes it's really not. Ooh, it's not cute. Like it's like okay when things are great, like yeah,
I
but
don't
when
even
they're
look-
not,
I don't even look in the mirror. I just turn my head like, all right, you got it, bro. I'm talking to myself, all right, bro, you got it, bro. I heard you, man. I heard you, nigga.
Ooh, Jesus. But that's so powerful that you're aware of that. You know what? First of all, I hear major Capricorn energy coming from you. Like, you're a Capricorn Kappa. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Are we compatible?
I don't know. I'm a Gemini. They say
Your
that.
birthday, June 10th?
Wow, that's crazy. My
June
mom is
10th.
literally a Capricorn and my dad is a Gemini.
They say that that's like a good connection.
My best friend is a Gemini. My best friend, my manager, is a Gemini.
So Capricorns are just a more responsible version of a Gemini. I feel like we are.
Y'all be in y'all head.
We be a lot.
Y'all be in y'all head.
Okay.
Y'all can be indecisive at times, but it's because y'all care.
Yes, like your ability to be disciplined is nuts.
I think it's just, I mean, I've graduated and evolved to a place where, you know, I cannot be the cause of my own downfall.
Absolutely.
I can't. I literally, I just completed a fast with my church, and just during that fast, and prior to the fast, I definitely took a step back from alcohol. So I've been sober. I've been sober for almost like 90 days,
Oh, that's great.
and it's nothing that nobody, you know, made me do. It was something that I was just like, you know, the reality I created. I can't afford to be sluggish
Yes.
at 7 a.m. when it's time for me to
Yes.
get to it. I can't afford a hangover.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless Johnny taking me to Jamaica. If we're going to Jamaica, then like, yeah, we could be hungover. But you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
yeah. I've told several
my
friends, like, you
God.
may have weed, but that doesn't mean you can afford to smoke it.
Ooh, wee.
I haven't smoked in months.
She did. You know what? It's so funny because she definitely had this conversation with me. Like, I want to say right before you were getting ready to do it. Like, you had a conversation. Like, she was just convicted of, like, you know what? Like, this no longer serves me. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I don't feel like I'm being my best self or operating in my highest
For
frequency.
real.
exactly.
And that's when you really looking in the mirror. Because, like, I'm not saying I'm never going to smoke again, but
Same.
I don't need it right
Same.
now. And, like, you get to a point where you've been like, I've been high enough. I've been high enough times.
been
You know what I'm
high
saying?
enough.
I done smoked and woke up and smoked
So
and went to
proud.
bed. And it's just like, okay, I'm ready to be this now. I'm ready to be that now. And that, I'm telling you, even without that deterrent of just like, ooh, let me finish this audition so I could go smoke. Like, it's nothing else I'm running to. It's nothing I'm trying to like hurry up and get back to. And it literally has me in a different
I heard
position
your accent
already.
again when you said back.
You should hear it every time. Every time I talk, you gonna hear.
My little saucy mama.
She here every time.
Well, you know she had Aries, a little fire sign over there. Look.
Yeah, I think I'm glad that I'm able to build up, you know, the mental strength to want to abstain to grow. And it's not like, you know, I'm holier than thou or I'm against none of that. It's like the crazy thing is I'm DJing these events. I'm the reason I'm creating the experience for you to enjoy. So,
Yes,
enjoy
yes,
yourself.
but you know
But
what?
you
I think
enjoy it.
eventually you are gonna get to a space. You know what I mean? Like as you continue your walk with Christ, where it's gonna manifest in the way that it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
This is just the
100%.
beginning of that journey for
Yeah.
you. Like as we draw nearer to God, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be abstaining from drinking, abstaining from smoking, being more disciplined. It's just about being obedient and really listening.
Come on. I She just put the
No, but it's
it's
like,
about being alive. Come
Period,
on.
period.
Come on.
Because the
Come
discipline
on.
going to show you every time.
Come
First of all,
on, Yanni.
discipline. It's the Yanni for me.
Are you
I told you, you're not gonna hear that.
The discipline is just so sexy and it's so empowering.
Yes,
like you,
yes.
like even me, it's now been like almost, well, it's been a year now, this August, that I haven't ate meat. So like being vegetarian, it really shows me I can do anything I put my mind to.
Anything.
Yeah.
And it's like people like, they feel like it just stops there, but it really exposes you to the truth that is limitless.
Yes.
Like anything you don't want to do, you don't have to do.
Absolutely. That discipline is
That's good.
tough. I really
I
commend you.
think you're allowed to explore how to separate yourself from your former self. But you gotta want to do it. Like you
Yeah.
said, you gotta want to do
Wait,
it.
no, say that again, because that was really good.
Separate. You're allowed to separate your former self to your current self. Like
Ooh.
Yeah.
you have to want to do it. Like I never thought I would be in a space of saying like, you know, I can't afford to be hungover. Like I was so used to just going with the punches, and I mean I'm not like, even at the top of this year, okay, I was drinking on that Chris Brown tour.
They're wild though.
Touring in general is just like
They're
it's just a
wild.
whole. It's just
It's like
a whole.
drinking kind of like the minimum thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's
that's
a
just
whole
like,
list of things that happen on tour. I was just trying to perform, and if I chose to, at one point I lost my voice. That's when I knew I was like, all right, I gotta chill out, bro.
Yeah.
It's still wintertime over here in Europe. And I'm like, nah. So, but you know, I really just, you know, I'm 34 years young.
Amen.
You know, and in January I turned 35 years young, and I'm in this space. It's just like, all right, cool. This is the pinnacle of my 30s.
Yeah.
Let's make sure I'm at the pinnacle for self.
Yeah.
Let me make sure like the crown I'm wearing isn't by default, it's by purpose.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. Tell them say that again.
Yeah, the crown ain't by
Say
default.
that one more time.
The crown isn't by default, but it's by purpose.
Yes.
You can only fulfill your purpose if you want to and if you choose to. Everybody has a purpose, but everybody don't fulfill it.
Yeah.
So here's a really good question.
Okay.
I feel like, how is it that you guys have gone about understanding your purpose? Because I think for a lot of people, like they may not know what their purpose is. They may have just only heard the word purpose, so they haven't ever heard it defined. And also, how did you actually start taking steps towards, because sometimes your purpose can just feel like all the way, but how did you start taking steps to just like meet it where you want to meet it and go along the journey, if that makes
I
any
think
sense?
defining your purpose first comes with acknowledging who gave you the purpose first and foremost.
Well,
And once you've acknowledged to God that he gave you the purpose, there's a specific prayer that has to be prayed. And it can be prayed as many times as you need it to be. But like the prayer is not just, acknowledging, but it's also like, I need to be surrounded by the people who are part of my purpose. I need to be guided and directed to the place where I'll be most fruitful to help others in my purpose. The purpose, and this is, the purpose has nothing to do with you. The purpose has nothing. I just felt my spirit.
No, but like
the purpose
say it.
has nothing to do with
I'm
you.
over here like,
You just a conduit. You just a conduit and a vessel of his will. The purpose don't got nothing to do with you. He's using you for his, his glory. So just like once you really realize that, then things just reveal and the veil is lifted and you're understanding and you're thinking from a higher frequency and you're acting. And like even yesterday I'm not trying to flex, but I was on my rooftop praying. And
period.
I was on my rooftop praying.
We got it through God. Okay.
And I prayed and I was like, continue to bless me so I can be a blessing to others.
Absolutely.
That's the posture of my heart. And I realized earlier that all of the things we do in this lifetime, they allow us to, we're put in a position to excel and to elevate. But I got a question for both of y'all. Clearly y'all business women, clearly y'all working hard in everything that y'all do. We all know collectively this is what we want to do. And we know we're chosen to do what we're doing. But outside of yourself, who are you doing it for?
I'm doing it for my mom, who sacrificed everything for me. I'm doing it for the little black girls from my hometown, Baltimore. And I'm doing it for anyone who is confused of why they're here. When you say purpose, I instantly think of that scene in Wanted that's like, why are you here? Why are you here?
When they were whooping his butt.
Yeah, and he's like, you got to understand that you are here to display God's gifts, the Almighty's gifts. And it's just like, you don't have to worry about whether it's in you because it's been in you since before the earth was formed.
Come on.
And it's just like really looking at, I tell people to look at what makes you happy. Like, and also what makes you cry, because these are the things that's most important to you. My family, love makes me most happy because I feel like it's the only real thing. I mean, hence Love It is podcast.
Love it. Love it.
We are using
But
that.
I asked that.
That's a drop.
I asked
But
that
seriously.
because you were able to articulate exactly the byproduct demographic of everything you're doing. It don't got
Absolutely.
nothing to do with you.
Yeah, and honestly,
It is for every, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
even though, and it's also for my children. Not gonna hold
I
that
was
back. My
waiting
unborn
for that.
children, yes.
I was waiting for that.
For
That's
sure.
the main. That is probably the main thing outside of everything you said. That's the main thing that I was waiting for you to say, and I knew you would say it, because as much as we go, work, do. When it's all said and done, we are setting up the next generation.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And everything we're doing benefits them way more than it ever benefit us. Once you understand that, you're gonna walk into your purpose.
I've understood that from
We.
the example of my mother.
Yeah.
Like her sacrifice and how she invested in me. My mother paid my SAG membership.
Come on.
Like, I'm acting to inspire other little girls to do whatever they want to do. You don't just have to be an actor. You could be the best animal saver or have a, whatever. It's just like just encouraging you to do whatever makes you happy, because I do believe that's why we're here, to be happy and to encourage others to be happy, whatever that looks like for you. It could literally be owning a barbershop or owning a zoo or owning a rescue team.
on.
It's just just live your life to the fullest, because it's very short.
And, not to, first of all, I'm so proud of my little nugget. Oh my gosh, you're just so special. But I wanted to add to the fact that, acknowledging those special people who you do want to touch and you do want to, draw nearer to God ultimately, those people who you want to inspire to create that relationship with God. I think your heart is clearly just extending. You're like, I want you to have all that God has for you, all that you can receive in this lifetime. And,
Definitely.
Once we are in heaven. So drawing nearer to him is the best way for you to really see all that life is supposed to be.
Absolutely.
And to continue what you were talking about with smoking and drinking, sometimes people are looking for a void to be filled at the bottom of that cup.
Yeah.
And we talked about this in Teresa's episode. There's nothing at the end, the bottom of that cup. There's nothing at the end of that joint that's going to fill you up the way God is going to fill you up.
And fulfilling your purpose, the way that feels is the warmest hug, warmer than any blunt could ever give you.
Exactly. Exactly.
I was just in Baltimore this weekend with my mom's students, and so she has a nonprofit, and sitting with each one of her students and talking to them about their purpose. And we had a fruit taste, and I'm peeling mangoes with them and showing them different fruits and stuff. It's just that makes me feel so good, and it made them feel so good, even just to talk about their purpose. People don't talk about it. It's not a common conversation as it should be, because it's why we are here. I feel like people, they have to learn about it. When you know better, you do better. So if we can talk about it more and we can be more intentional about why we're here, we'll all be encouraged, and we'll get closer to the inner God within ourselves, which will just have us all connected openly.
Oh my nugget, love you. I love you so much.
Okay. Word.
So for those who are lost, for those who maybe have situations that are coming into their lives, for example, for me and my family, we have experienced a total of 5 losses in our family over the last 3 years. And they weren't people who aren't pinnacle. They were matriarchs and really heavy lead figures in our family. And so them no longer being in the physical on earth with us it's been a little tough for some people to kind of still keep pushing and keep moving. And other people in the world might be experiencing tough losses or transitions with the pandemic or just different heavy things. How is it that you think we can stay on track with our purpose in the midst of that chaos? Obviously, God is always going to be the answer. But actual literal things that you are doing daily to just make sure no matter what, you're not getting knocked off track. No matter what storms come, no matter what chaos comes.
I remember them, and I do things for them. This past weekend, my friend Ricky transitioned. This was somebody I knew since I was 14, and this was a good friend of mine. And it's just so crazy because I hate to say it like this, but it's every other week I'm finding out somebody else transitioned. Mm-hmm. And it's whether it's through a friend, whether it's somebody in my family, whether it's somebody in my fiance's family or something, it's always. And I really realize as we get older, we're just going to keep experiencing people, whether it is 1 degree, 2 degrees, any degree of separation from us transitioning until it's our time to transition. And it's a part of life. So I just honor it. And it really makes me go harder. It makes me give zero fucks. It makes me never be uncomfortable.
Come on.
It makes me say what's on my mind and really wake up and live in my purpose, because tomorrow could be my day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not leaving no cards on the table.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going as hard as I can. Once again, that's why I'm taking a smoke break, because I'm going to live. I don't want a drop of potential in me left. Like, I want to use all my resources. I want to use every single thing that I can. I want to have all the beautiful memories I can have, because that's all I can take with me. And I felt at peace knowing that my friend knew I loved him. And everyone who ever transitioned, who met me, I encouraged them in some way. I shared my life with them, and I shared like love with them. And that's all I can truly do. You know, I don't have them forever, but while I do have them, we're going to have a good time.
That's a bar.
I loved everything you just said.
That's a bar.
Okay. Now, how do you feel you move through your chaos, however it may come, in whatever form?
Well, accepting the fact that life is gonna life whether you life it or not. And once you understand that at your highest moments, a lot of times the enemy will have so many traps for you to lose yourself, lose your position, lose friends, you know, lose bonds of, you know, coworkers, family members. And when those moments transpire, you have to be sure in yourself that the decisions that you make are not affecting the purpose that you're walking in. And you gotta also understand that the purpose that you're walking in is not gonna always be the way you envisioned it. And everybody's not gonna always be in the portrait the way you saw it. You know, there's moments where you're going to have to reevaluate the position you're in and the position of people around you and the energy and the effort that they're carrying around your purpose.
I want to like pause on that point because that's so special. I do not want to bypass that. That's really, really major. I think the initial vision that we be having for a lot of different things, like vision we have for our relationship, for our career, for our successes, like where we're going to live, how we're going to do this, and that. It's just like, that's cute to have a nice little plan, but I think God's plan is ultimately the end all be all, and we have to be okay
We got to
with
be
that.
okay with it. We got to be. And that's a big, you know, ask for somebody that is quote unquote humbled and they are submitted to God's will, and then they're just so passionate about something that they worked so hard on, that they worked and they spent X amount of dollars, and they feel like their faith is, you know, at the ends with, and this thing happened and this thing happened and this thing happened and this thing happened and that happened and that happened, and they still going, and then boom, you at a point where you really like, all right, I'm off this. And it's just like, nah, God needed you to experience that, because when you are in $1 million conversation and then you have thrice as many people under you, you know how to actually assess damage control without being emotionally tied to something that shouldn't.
That original image.
Exactly.
And that's when you can get tricked out your spot.
Come on.
Thinking that you about to lose when really you only got better.
Yeah.
And I think accepting those shifts, you know what I mean? Knowing that everything is always working for your good at all times. It's just like being okay with letting go, being okay with release, being okay with grieving situations, friendships, relationships, whatever it is, just releasing that so that whatever new can move into the space. And
so you can keep winning.
Align yourself with your destiny.
For real. That's what I said when my flight was canceled last night. I said, I'm going to go see my grandmother.
Period.
And I sat with her and she said, I enjoyed our time together so much. I said, me too. Like, you know.
Period.
Come
Period. And that's a moment now you can look back and just have. You know what I mean? That will keep you going, or that will just warm your heart, because it's like if you got on the fly, you wouldn't have had that moment.
Yeah, you wouldn't have had that moment. The first thing I did when I got off tour earlier this year, I went to Dreamville in Raleigh, North Carolina. I was born in Raleigh.
Oh,
I didn't know
Raleigh.
that.
Yeah,
for real.
I was born in Raleigh. I was raised in Fayetteville, and then I moved to Virginia.
Okay.
So I rented a car from Raleigh after Dreamville, and I spent like 2-3 days with my grandma.
Oh,
Priceless moments.
So like when you said that, I was like, nah. My grandma's still tripping about how I just came, and it was just me and her. It's usually like me and my
Yeah.
mom, but like nah.
Oh, it's special when it's just the two of y'all. It's like, oh, it's us.
yeah. And I'm the first grandchild, so
Oh my God.
yeah, she lost it. She was like, oh my goodness. And
I
she,
took my grandmother on vacation to Hawaii. It was
Yeah.
just me and her with her swimsuit, baby. Spoiling my grandma was the part of the plan. That was the part. Before she transitioned, that was like Bae. You know what I'm saying? It was like me and Bae at the awards. You know what I mean? Like that's what it was about to be. Like for sure.
no, that is very important. I was fulfilled, and it was crazy because I had just got off tour, so I'm still like in turmoil. I'm still tired. The type of peaceful sleep that I had at my grandmother's house.
Safe. It's safety. Safety is
peace,
comfort.
It was like, what?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
There's something in that wisdom, though. You know what I mean? Like, I prefer to speak to older people. Like, I love having conversations with people. They just been here. They know it's this difference between like experience and like wisdom. Like, okay, you might know what you're talking about, but like this lady has gems that I need to just have her run it down. You know what I mean?
Nah,
like,
and the thing is, they just be talking. They don't even realize that they giving up so much wisdom. They just be really speaking their mind and their heart.
Yes.
It's funny because the reverse is also true. Like last night, I was talking to one of my cousins, and my grandma was like, you right. Like, and I was like, yeah, grandma, you get it. Like, we was talking about like living in your purpose and like doing whatever you want. And she was like, right, because there's no time to be wasted.
That's right,
And
mama.
that makes me feel so good because it's like she's still learning too, and we teaching each other.
That's real.
We just enjoying the journey together. You
Student
know?
and teacher of life. That's how it go, man.
Joining the journey together is hard.
For real.
Oh my God, I love you.
We love you.
Okay, wait. I know Jay has a flight, y'all. He gotta leave. But we enjoyed you so much. Are there any lasting words
Here we go.
you want to leave us?
Here we go.
Wait. I have to say this. I saw you recently. You posted something with Winnie, and I love the message. The message you put under there, it made my little heart like skip a beat. You were just like, man, it's really great to finally, I think it was like to finally meet someone who I've looked up to because of just like her journey in the industry. And I just kind of want you to talk a little bit about that and like.
Okay. So definitely I have different family members in my family that have vitiligo. For a long time, my parents didn't know if I was going to have it. My father has it. My father's fully covered. He looks like a light-skinned African dude. You know what I'm saying?
So what's your ethnicity?
To my knowledge, I'm African American.
Okay.
But we know it's more
Right,
to, it's more
right,
to the
right,
story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't start having vitiligo patches on my body probably until about 26, 27. It was very minimal.
Wow.
Yeah. My dad grew up with it since he was like 9. So his mother had it. His mother, my grandmother on my father's side, she actually transitioned right before I was born. She was buried on January 11th of 89. I was born January 15th of 89.
Wow.
And so my father's the youngest of 11. He may have like maybe 2 other siblings that have vitiligo.
Okay.
Or everybody else doesn't have vitiligo. So it's definitely been a journey. I definitely have a great support system. It's in the early stages, at times it's still still traumatizing. Because you know when you met me, like you didn't see vitiligo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a journey within itself, and it's like you know me being who I am, me being who I've been called to be. A lot of my friends, you know, they don't look at me no different or no less. But for me, you know, if I'm looking at older pictures, it's just like I'm still stuck in between what I used to look like versus what I look like now. You know what I'm saying? And
Really?
you know, yeah.
Is that challenging for you?
Yeah, for anybody that's vitiligo,
I
100%.
think-
Like we, and it's crazy because like we, no pun intended, but it's like you have to have tough skin having
Yeah.
vitiligo. Like
Yeah.
it's a real journey, and it's just like
Yeah.
you know, like right now, like my face isn't covered, but like you know, 10 years from now, I may have it all over my face like Wendy.
Yeah, my younger cousin, when we were little kids, like I knew what it was like for her because we grew up side by side. Like we were literally close in age. And so it was definitely something that I think just for us as kids and watching her try to grow up and be a preteen
Yeah,
and be
no,
a
it's
teenager and be a woman.
it's harder for kids. I mean, an adult, like people accept you for who you are. You know, like I said, I had a great support system. One of my good friends, we were dating at one point, but one of my real good friends, she definitely probably did way more research about vitiligo than I ever did when we were together, and she was very, 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 very supportive. When I had to go to like, you know, I still have a dermatologist that I go to.
Okay.
To balance out, you know, the condition of my skin. Every case is different. Every case is not the same. It comes, it goes. Like you can see, like some of it's going away. You know what I'm saying? Like it's literally its own journey, and it's something I can't control. You know what I'm saying? It just happens how it happens. But the number one thing that kind of helped me embrace it is that this is a part of my purpose.
I
This
also
is a
just
part
feel
of,
like it's what I said. You are your own special
Yeah,
person. Nobody's
yeah,
gonna get to
yeah.
be Jae Murphy again,
Yeah,
baby. Okay,
yeah.
we can't redo this. It's
You right.
supposed to be
You
like
right.
it is. So
You right.
So the dermatologist visits are to control it or to reverse
It helps.
it?
It helps. Like it helps control it. It helps because everybody's skin is different, and it's
Okay.
like it may not cause cancer for some people, but then for other people, depending on the rarity or the extreme of the condition, it can cause other skin issues. So you do want to kind of control it, especially like if you're in the sun a lot, or you know what I'm saying.
I guess I'm realizing that I know nothing about.
Yeah,
I
a
honestly
lot
just
of
thought it
people-
was beautiful.
Nah,
we're gonna
yeah.
have to have this conversation off camera because my friend has to go.
Yeah,
I love
nah,
you
yeah,
so much,
it's-
little curious George over
but
there.
No, because I'm thinking it's beautiful, and then he's like, it can, some cause cancer. I had no idea
Yeah,
about
I mean,
that.
everybody, like everybody's condition is totally different. Like it doesn't hurt. I don't like
Okay.
it doesn't hurt when I, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying. But you know, like one person asked me, does it hurt like at all? And I'm like, it hurts my feelings. And then when I said that, it made him upset. Yeah, but it's just like, you know, just like, I mean, the whole vanity issue is like, you know how y'all like trip about like pimples just really being in the way. Imagine having a permanent mark on your body that's not gonna go away in 7 to 14 days.
Here's my thing though.
That
Who is
when it's-
who is cooler
think it's
than
so
you?
beautiful,
Who is
yeah.
cooler than you
So-
to go through this experience?
So what I was
What?
about to say is that a lot of my friends, including the woman that I was dating last, who was supporting me, everybody basically would say the same thing. It was just like, bro, you make that look cool.
No, for sure.
Like you really like. So niggas would be like, you really are like the male Winnie Harlow.
No,
like,
for sure.
You're really him.
Saucy.
And everybody already loves you. I don't think nobody could unlove you because you're conditioned.
Period.
And it's just like, furthermore, your purpose in having vitiligo is probably about helping the
Raise
rest of the
awareness.
world.
Absolutely.
And the
With
other
raising
younger
awareness, because I don't know anything about
Yeah.
it. I'm literally thinking like it's just the color of your skin. I'm not thinking like it's a condition.
My skin,
It's like
my skin didn't look like this 2 years ago. On my hands at least.
crazy,
Maybe
yeah.
like on my legs, but you see, like I have sleeves on both of my legs. Shout out to the greatest fraternity in the world.
oh, I see you.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, like I've, you know,
You've been
raised the sun in the
tatted.
world.
Oh
I'm
my
tatted.
God.
Yeah, I'm tatted, but you know, it's I will say it's definitely uncomfortable feeling if I'm wearing shorts. You know, at one point when my legs started really having a lot more vitiligo with the tattoos, I'm wearing shorts, you know, in foreign countries, and you know, people that have never seen vitiligo.
Yeah.
They've seen Winnie Harlow
Yeah.
on TV
Yeah.
or on the gram,
Yeah.
but they never seen it in real life. You know, like people really be staring. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I'm used to it now, but in the beginning, it used to be like, yo, what you looking
Yeah,
at?
because you were still working through that. But what I am going to pray for you is that you really do understand, like, all of the stuff that you just said about this being just a vessel. We are spiritual
Yeah.
beings
No,
having
100%.
a human experience.
Yeah.
And so just knowing that, like,
This is a spiritual thing too. I've learned over time
yes.
being
Oh my
marked by God
God.
this is a spiritual thing.
oh my God.
And I pray that
babe.
honestly, one day you see it as truly beautiful,
It is
as
so
it
beautiful.
is,
I mean,
as truly unique
there's
and empowering, and also awareness and encouraging for other people with the
I'm
same,
trying to show her the picture.
with the same things happening to them. Because honestly, I was totally unaware that it was beyond the skin, beyond surface. Like, yes, this is beautiful. Okay, maybe we can put that in there, but
Yes,
I
I'm
said-
gonna
I
I'm
said it
gonna
to you.
drop the image in. I saw this
This is
picture and it
beautiful.
just made my heart like
we did
literally
And y'all
we
look
so
good.
we took a
warm.
picture at the like every time we see each other we basically take our picture, but we did this at the Rock Nation brunch too.
yeah, it's nobody like you, and that's
Yeah.
amazing.
And we were both wearing green at the same time. It was crazy. We were like, oh, here we
Well,
go.
so I mean, I was only asking that question or bringing up that image with Winnie because, like I said, it was such a heartwarming moment. I felt the energy through the photo and through the post and the
appreciate
caption
it.
you put, and I also just feel like this is gonna be a part of your philanthropy, babe. Like it's time for you to talk
Yeah.
about
Beautiful.
non-for-profit or
Yeah,
something
it's-
to
it's-
raise
yeah,
awareness and like bring us out.
Yeah,
to-
no, it's gonna be that, and then it's gonna be a skincare line.
Period.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yes.
Look, I just got way too hyped. Calm down.
Yeah, it's gonna be a skincare line.
But that's the purpose.
yeah, it's
that's
gonna be
the
it's gonna be a
purpose
lot
right
of
there.
yeah.
Love this. You look
Yeah.
so great. Y'all both wearing green.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah,
Alright.
that was both this year. So anytime we link, we make sure we take a picture.
I'm gonna drop
Yeah.
these pictures in here so y'all can see. But
Yes.
you guys, this has been such a lovely conversation. And Jay, thank you for your time. Thank you for
Thank you
your
for
love and
having
energy.
me.
Thank you, Beth.
I'm gonna give y'all one leak.
Okay.
I'm gonna give y'all one leak.
Okay.
So I have one of the records coming out. It's called Hood Girl Magic.
Mm.
Ooh, yes.
It's called Hood Girl Magic.
Love me a hood girl.
I wrote a. He's balling.
I'm from the what?
So, in short, Hood Girl Magic is the celebration for minority women,
Amen.
and this is it's a woman empowerment record on celebrating minority women that do what they do at the highest level.
Mm.
And the beautiful thing about Hood Girl Magic to me when I was writing and producing the record is that I wanted to speak on how minority women make their struggle look sexy.
Mm.
How they make their oppression attractive.
Wow.
And being a male minority, that's what I'm attracted to. So the way I look at you is the way you look at me. The way you look at me is the way I look at you. So, Hood Girl Magic is it was made for. It was when I first made it, I just wanted it to be in like the Fenty Beauty fashion show and just seeing models walk to it. Like it's cool. It's like my version of Nice for What. It's my version of like fancy. Like it's literally like, so when I think of Hood Girl Magic, Sha'Carri Richardson, that's Hood Girl Magic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Angel Reese.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Baltimore stand up.
Yeah, come on, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's not limited to sports and entertainment.
Yeah.
It's whoever she is, wherever she is,
Yeah.
she doing what she doing.
Period.
She do it well.
Yes.
Ruthless,
We need
relentless.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Yeah, so Hood Girl Magic is actually coming out very, very soon.
We can't wait to hear
Yeah.
it. And
I
we
sent it to you.
also-
I sent it to you so you have it.
Yeah.
And me
text it to
too.
you. I got no. I sent it to both of y'all. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys, you can.
And me too.
You can follow, and I'm gonna put all of Jae Murphy's links down below. But tell them where to like tap in with you and like how to stay in tune with your music, Spotify. Like, tell us
Everything is Jae Murphy. JaeMurphy. Like Yanni said, it's only one Jae Murphy. So
Period. It's
you will
only
see
one.
me on all streaming platforms and all social media platforms. JaeMurphy.
That's right, you guys. We are so grateful to have you here. Again, I am your host, Ayana the Artist.
And I am Erin.
And we are signing off the Love Is podcast. See y'all next time.
Bye.